Sponsored by degenerates like you. What's happening, people? It's your favorite comedy podcast. This is Comedy by Coincidence. I think it's episode 143. It's the morning. Angle your camera down just a little bit. Technical difficulties. This was actually a foresight problem on Chris's part. Hold on. We're running behind. What is up with all the technical difficulties on my end today? What's going on? 3, 2, 1. What's happening, everybody? It's Chris Davis, your host, with my favorite comedian, sidekick of all time, is Ty Young. What's happening, brother?
Hi. Hello. Hey.
We'll master this intro sometime, dude. But in the meantime, you guys are here with us, and we are here with you. What is good? It is early here at Davis Studios, and we're barely functioning. What's good with you, my man? How you doing?
I'm the brown side of the flapjack on the griddle. You know what I mean? I'm doing good. I don't even know what that statement means.
That means you're cooked, bro. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah. You know, it's a Sunday. We prepping for Monday. Holding it down, all that. Listening to Gary Owens this week, so I feel like the way he speaks is influencing me right now. How are you, my brother?
Functioning very slowly right at the moment. Thank you very much. Actually, and I gotta say, Dr. Evil's the real trooper because she's been to 2 nights of long late shows. We did Creed with my boy Farmer and friend of the show Ryan Schweitzer and Dr. Evil on Friday night. So that was Finger
Nice.
11, Three Doors Down, and Creed to finish it off. And we got out of there. We got to the light at the end of this parking lot at 12:15, if that tells you anything. And I DD'd, believe it or not. But that's what a good friend does for his buddy's favorite band, okay? Farmer is the biggest fan of Creed in the world, so, you know, he went to Dead and Company with me multiple times, made sure we had the best time there. I had to follow through, you know?
He's the type, he's going to be wearing a collared polo and New Balances today for sure. You know what I mean? Like, he's...
Yes, day after, 110%. Collared polo, some form
White
of...
New Balances, not the grass-stained ones, the new ones.
Yeah. And for sure, a baseball cap. You know what I mean?
Yeah, solid, 100%.
That is exactly what he showed up the next day in. I'll tell you that. So. But then last night, Dr. Evil went out and watched, saw a Sheryl Crow and Pink concert. I think there was one more person too, right?
Yeah, the script.
Okay. Yeah, but that was a long ass show. You didn't get here till midnight either. Midnight
Yeah, a little
15.
after.
So you did toxic masculinity one night and then toxic femininity the next. I love it.
It's all about
That's awesome.
balance,
It's
baby.
balance, dude. Yeah. And when you say toxic masculinity, you can say that again. And like very much white rage. Because I think I counted a total of one African American person at that concert on Friday night. Like it was all
Smart.
smart. Well, I didn't know. I thought, Creed is pretty good. You know what I mean? I'd figure it would transcend race and religion. That's not unbelievable. But it is particularly taken up with the Trump crowd. And I did not realize that necessarily as much as we did going into it. So that was fun. We had a blast, dude. We tailgated beforehand, and then I ain't gonna lie, I brought a 10-pack of pre-rolls, dude, and just went to town in the lawn, dude. It was a good time.
Ooh, nice outdoor show. Surprised the bonfire wasn't kept unlit.
Right. Well, I had to keep the light going in the lawn. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you ran out of a lighter in the lawn, you got to keep the light going. You know what I'm saying? So that's about how Chris was rolling on Friday. Yesterday was supposed to be a recoup day for me, but I ended up jamming for like 2 hours in the evening with my buddy Matt. Matt. Matt Bombastic, dude. Yeah.
Matt's bombastic. He's fantastic.
You got it. You get the. Yeah. We need to culture you up. I don't need to say that. You actually probably have more culture in your pinky
I
finger.
get in trouble at work for blasting his shit as I'm driving around company property. Like I'm down, man.
You're down.
I am a walking HR case though, because I do walk around work and do say I'm down with the brown. It's all cool. So it comes with its problems.
I didn't see any Kamala shirts at the Creed concert. I'll say that.
That's because she's not gonna have shirts. I think she's gonna go with the tank top. I think she's
code switching for real. She's code switching. She's all the Kamala Walls hats that I'm seeing are camouflage.
Yeah, it's on sale for a reason. It's not full price.
Oh man,
we're having fun. We're having fun.
Yeah. Shit. I'll tell you what is half price is all the RFK merch right now. Fuck. So hey, if you're an RFK fan, you better go hit the shop. It's half off right now. Jesus, let's get off the political shit. It's not even funny. Who cares?
I don't know. Eventually, we'll wind up making a JFK comparison, and then it'll get dark. So,
right. Well, here we are at the top of the podcast. You do any open mics this week?
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear.
Let me see here.
Recount us the tales.
Where did I go Monday? I went someplace Monday. Monday was ages ago. No. I think Monday was. I think there was a storm last week. It's so unimpressive of a storm that the news doesn't cover it, right? But yet everybody who rides a desk could just chill at home.
Real quick.
Deal.
Sorry, I'm trying to get better at not interrupting you, but shout out Trevor Harrison, because in the comments last week, our one comment was, I put the name of the episode was Hurricane Hijinks, right? And he said more like a light drizzle hijinks. Shout out Trevor.
Yeah. It was wildly unimpressive, but people that work with tools have to go to work, and but the open mic was canceled, which was a bummer. So I didn't go anywhere Monday. Then Tuesday, I don't go anywhere. Wednesday, I went to the Gimmick. The Gimmick, shout out Gimmick. Had a pretty good set there. You know, pretty fun. Always trying. I like trying new stuff there.
Good. I'm glad you found a
personally.
spot too. Yeah.
Yep. Then I went back to the Kava bar on Thursday.
No, good. I'm glad you did that too, because I know you hate it. You gotta take the good with the bad. You gotta be able to do both. You can't set yourself up so well that.
I did well there for the manager. You know, she really liked my stuff. She just told
Really?
me I had to slow it down, and I was like, "Well, maybe you shouldn't take kava because that slows you down."
I am pretty slow. Ma'am, I am deaf, dumb, and blind. I was going as slow as I could. Believe me,
it was. You know, it's all fun. I don't particularly like those places. You know, it's the happiest place with depression. You know what I mean? Like it's whatever. I digress. I've said it many times.
No, it's okay,
fuck
but I
those
want to
places.
ask you: sadder than a strip club?
It's a different kind of sad. You know
Okay.
what I mean? Because strip club still has that horny boner energy around it as well.
Yeah, which makes
You know what I
it
mean?
even
It's
more
like,
dark
bro,
and shit.
you masturbated 10 times today, kind of sad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas the kava bars, that none of that's there. Nobody has ever tried to fuck in that bathroom ever, not once.
No.
You know, it's
I've never been to a kava bar, so I only have your stories to go off of, you know?
come down. I'll take you one. I'll show you where, you know, the former fun people go to hang out when they can't be fun anymore. You know, it's it's
Yep, that's where I gotta hang out.
Then after that I tried to get on McCurdy's, but it didn't work out.
Didn't
But that was a
work out.
good night. There was a lot of excellent comics going on that night. Shout out Alex Horowitz. He had a great set. And Ethan Deo. Ethan Deo is a younger comic in this area. He also had a phenomenal set there on Thursday at McCurdy's. And then let me see here. Friday, yesterday. No,
2 days
not
ago.
yesterday. 2 days ago. Jesus Christ, time flies. I went up to Side Splitters. I think I had a really great set there. Personally, I'm scared I went over the amount of time I was allowed to have. I don't know, because I got off stage. My recording said 7. And I'm pretty sure they have a strict 5-minute
5.
policy. So,
But they should light you. You know what I mean?
yeah, they would. I think they would have cut me off if I went over time. But you know, it's one of those.
Yeah.
It's in the back of my head.
Do you always start the recording on stage?
I don't. I try to get them announcing my name. You know, so
yeah,
that
that's
way.
fun. That's fun.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's the narcissistic side of me.
No, I get it. Big time. It's like
Say my name.
me making sure I get the applause in the video clips I upload for Forgiving Tree or whatever. You know, I feel you.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's coming together, mixing old stuff, new stuff. I just don't have I have a lot of stuff about me, but I don't have a current events like
Section.
joke.
Yeah, and that you're always updating that, dude. So, you know, try to make a joke about the news once a day, you know, and that's just practice for later.
But let me tell you this: my opening line at Side Splitters, I thought was fucking great. Okay, because there was a comic who 2 comics before went up there. I swear to God, looked like a skinny cop. Right, just he didn't have a mustache, but it looked like he just shaved it off. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. He's got the sunburn around it, you know, where it used to be.
Exactly. And then the guy who went up after him, the guy before me, he was a Mexican fella from Texas with a fucking pronounced mullet. I'm talking like
sculpted.
Mexican in the front, American in the back. You know what I mean? Like it's pronounced. So I just walked up there, and it's my opening line. I was like, "Oh, it's rough following those first two comics. They both bombed. It's rough following those two comics. You know, I feel like I just watched Scene at the Border on Fox News. It got everybody. You know, it was like, it's okay. We're done bombing now. We're gonna play around a little bit. You know, change the vibe in the room.
You gotta, dude. You gotta, especially if you're coming up after that. Fuck yeah, dude. Nothing better than a racist Mexican. Let's talk comedy news a little bit. I'm glad. Good job getting out there. I know you didn't make it up at McCurdy's, but you went. You know, that's half the battle. Just be in there. They're fucking with my eyes a little bit. My eyes are fucking with me a little bit. I'll say that. Jesus Christ. Oh fuck. Comedy news. Let me see here. Joe Rogan had his live Netflix special taping, and I'm hearing mixed reviews on that. I personally haven't watched it because my Netflix account canceled. So, and Netflix is a bitch, and I can't log into my mom's. What's up? So, have you seen the Joe Rogan special?
I have. Shout out my mom, her account.
Shout out Mama Ty Young's mom. Hell yeah.
It's a good set. It's a good set that needs less people.
Really?
If that makes sense.
I want to hear the Ty Young review because you're a comedian as well too, so I get that perspective. But
like it's like I like, you know, I like Joe Rogan's comedy. I thought it was a phenomenal set, right up in his wheelhouse, you know, almost flawless. But my thing is like the he was in a large theater, right?
Yeah.
Everybody likes filming in a theater and all that, and it's because it's a special. They want it to be special. You're at a nice place. He was in San Antonio, Texas, at I think it's called the Draft House. You know, kind of looks like the Alamo. And it's one of those like
the crowd detracts from the special
a little bit, yeah, because he shot it live, which is a whole other element, you know.
Yeah, you got a whole nother list of problems on top of the already problems, you know.
Exactly. So, but it's like the crowd was making him have to slow it down a little bit, and that's not what I wanted. You know, I wanted that rapid fire, you know,
that
just going for it,
30 laughs in a minute stuff, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, and I've noticed that in several specials, and this was just the most pronounced to me, where it's like, it's cool, you did it in an arena, you did it in a giant theater, but at a certain point, it's starting to harm the material, you know, where you're now having to wait so long in between each punchline and each tag.
Right.
That it to the viewer at home, it sounds like silence because they're not miking the audience.
I heard
much,
that review too. They were like, we heard crickets. And people spinning it that way like it was bad because there was... And I was like, I don't know about that.
They didn't mic the audience, pure and simple. You know, there wasn't a lot of the audience in that mix. Yeah. So that's kind of where it hurts it a little bit. Where I've become a fan of the Shot in the Club special.
Me too. Know? There's nothing wrong with a comedy club special. In fact, I like the ones in, especially the New York recorded ones, because the ones at the Stand or at the Cellar, you know, you're getting the real comedy experience. You wanted a comedy special.
Exactly.
That's what
and
it's going to be. It's rapid fire. It's crowd participation. It's picking on someone you can see because they're right there in the front row too, you know?
Exactly. You know? And it's you're not going to sell as many tickets, and obviously he did it for Netflix and whatever, so you got to do it at this big arena, and I just feel like he should have gone a smaller venue. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we've reached, because, all right, you remember Kevin Hart did an arena special.
Yes.
I don't know how many years ago, several years ago. It wasn't that good because it was in the arena. You know what I mean? Like, you went too
a theater's
big.
hard enough. Yeah, an arena special is too big. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. The only person who might be able to pull that off is Bert, because I don't know. And
Well,
even
it's Bert, and then
The other,
you got
mega
Pat Williams
comedians. Yeah.
on the other side of it, though. He pulls it off, but he also keeps it tight. He keeps it moving.
I
Gabriel
was thinking
Iglesias
Cat,
is
too.
another really good example.
Yeah.
Or Jim Gaffigan. They can get into those really, really big settings and just keep it.
But and I want to say the same of all three of them, including Bert, that's a specialized type of comedy and comedian, right? And it's years of experience to do that, right? So definitely Brendan Schaub should not go do an arena special.
Exactly. But it's also, all of their specials have been taped. This was a live deal, and there were 0 audience shots. You know what I mean? There was you didn't see it, and it's kind of what Joe's philosophy, the materials to stand for itself and all that. And it's like I said, his material was fucking solid, hilarious shit. But the fact that it felt like he was on an empty stage. It felt like, oh boy, here comes the straitjacket,
And one other negative review I heard, this was from a Joe Rogan fan. And I think, bro, come on. If you're a fan of his podcast, that's definitely very different than his comedy. So go into that knowing that, hopefully. But
absolutely.
I don't think most people think that way. But
well, they're dumb.
And then the review I heard was I didn't like some of his lowbrow comedy because I enjoyed his former specials where he had the time to think it through and multiple tapings and
what are you talking about?
And I was like, he wasn't a fan of all the sex jokes. I was like, okay. But I mean, that's comedy right now too, and that's really what's hidden is taking it to, that shit. So at least he didn't lean into the.
It's Joe fucking Rogan,
right. He can talk about whatever the fuck he wants. And he talks about serious shit every fucking day on the podcast. Let him get funny or goofy.
No. Listen to one of his earliest albums. Yeah. Where he had a really good bit about how much pressure do you put on a girl's head during a blowjob. All right? Sex jokes are part of it, brother. Like, what do you
Exactly.
saying?
Come on, man. That's what I was thinking. But anyways, regardless, I also heard a bunch of positive reviews, but every positive review I hear is like one of his comedian home dogs or what comedian in their right mind wouldn't fucking say something good about Joe Rogan's special? You know what I mean? You're not going to get an honest take from a...
It's good to be the king.
Comedian with a podcast, who's potentially trying to get on there, So, anyways, but
it's I mean, now you're making me sound like a fucking shill. All right, goddamn.
No. That's why me and you are dissecting it and giving the people the real review we need to, which is it's pretty good, guys. Like straight up, like we're not.
Yeah, it's. I don't know.
We're giving you the inside view as to why there are negative reviews going around, and the things Ty needs to think about when he goes to record his special. You know what I'm saying? Keep it in the club. Keep it tight.
I don't read
Keep
reviews.
ownership yourself, and keep it real to comedy.
It's like the difference, all right, back to Kevin Hart. He did the arena show, but then during COVID, he did one from, I think it was his fucking living room or something. And, very different. It felt, the jokes felt more authentic in a smaller crowd, in my opinion. It feels at the right speed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Especially the living room one. I remember that one. But check it. Let's you know what? I'm sure everybody and their mothers talked extensively about this special. Give it a watch, guys. If you got Netflix, it's worth it if you're a fan of comedy. And go into it keeping in mind what we've talked about. They didn't mic the audience. He slows it down for the dum, you know. And then yeah. Yeah, it's going to be raunchy. So have fun, you know. Good one. But what else we got in comedy news this week, gang? This is the week of August 11th. Or previous August. What the fuck even day is it, dude? Yeah, it's August 11th. August 5th through August 11th. Roy Woods Jr. will host a totally different comedy news show. I'm probably game, but let me follow up on this. He's just been named the host of his own show, Have I Got News for You, on CNN. Well, I actually like Roy Woods Jr., but, you know, that should be fun.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. However, I don't like he's doing a news show.
Yeah.
Or a political show. You know what I mean? Like, what's the...
It does look like a news show. But, you know. And literally it's called Have I Got News for You.
Okay. All right. Because he's done very well on other people's talk shows about the news and all that stuff. But it's one of those... Don't fray into the political. We don't need another comedian like that, you know, if possible. If possible, obviously, you know, if Donnie T goes down in a helicopter, you got to report that. But, you know, Camilla Harris spills her coffee, you got to report that. I get that. But, like, don't focus on the politics, you know?
Right. Please. Especially, I mean, it's hard not to in an election year, right? But Jesus Christ. I'm already sick of it. We're not even getting close. Let's see. I'm trying to look up. I'm gonna ignore the news for a second. Let's see. You have any comedy news?
Not really. No. Hold on. I mean, I saw a fake article about Bill Maher leaving stand-up comedy, which just means he's going to stick to a show. You know, because he ain't never quitting.
Yeah.
Let me see here. I don't know. It seems like a light week.
Kind of a light week. I'm trying to think of any specials that I've heard of this week coming out. Not a whole lot. As far as ones I listen to. Theo Von interviewed Tommy Lee on this past weekend, and I watched that, and that was pretty fucking solid. Tommy Lee from Motley Crue, the drummer. That was a pretty interesting... I mean, as a musician, I had fun listening to it, but...
Pete Davidson's in a facility for mental health.
Is he?
Yep.
I mean, his can't deal with his dick being too big. You know what I'm saying? Like, Jesus Christ.
I mean, you know, when they have to create a line to siphon the blood back from his head to his head, you know.
Yeah. I mean, woman. Okay, Dr. Evil just handed me this. Woman arrested after allegedly punching 90-year-old New York City comedian. Holy shit.
Now that's a way to punch up a joke. Let me tell you.
Yeah, come on, guys, quit attacking
Oh,
comedians.
I wish this wasn't on my phone so I could use the arrest this man immediately sound I just found. Drat.
A Brooklyn woman is facing multiple charges in connection with allegedly punching a 90-year-old comedian. Brittany, 30, faces charges of assault and criminal possession of stolen property. Authorities say they arrested Brittany in connection with punching comedian Diane Forrest in the West Village on July 10th. Forrest is known as the world's oldest comedian and had been prepping for a show at Joe's Pub to commemorate her 90th birthday. Bullock randomly punched Forrest in her right eye as she was on her way to a gym near Bank Street. The force of the blow caused Forrest to fall to the ground and led to hemorrhaging in her eye.
And she was devastated.
Despite the incident, the birthday show still went on for the New York icon.
Of course, the show went on.
She's a comedian. She couldn't wait, dude. That was her recovery plan.
She was just pissed that it didn't happen on stage.
I'm glad it didn't happen on stage. We don't need more people setting that precedent for you, you know?
I agree. But what a set.
Right?
Also, why are the I mean, it's the name Brittany again. That's
It's Britney, bitch.
you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's a cursed name. Like I don't think anybody's called their kid Brittany in years, not since Spears decided to shave it off, you know.
I'm gonna check one more thing before we're done with comedy news. But while I'm doing that, do you have a Savage of the Week this week?
It's your week.
It's my week. Damn it. Here's some comedy news for you. Blink 182 cancels St. Louis show at Enterprise Center.
Good call.
No, a bunch of people were bummed about that, but also I like your response. Anyways, St. Louis, let's see. Oh, St. Louis City Fire Department places member on leave for insensitive social media posts. Let's see what that's about.
What, you can't jump out of a window? Your house is on fire. You need to leave.
I don't even want to read this. This is so terrible. Actually, guys, can we say that? Hey, I'll read it. But this is not the views of this podcast. Holy shit.
We got some racism?
Yeah, bro. I mean, Jesus Christ, St. Louis. Get your act together. St. Louis City Fire Department placed a member of the department on administrative leave Friday after he made an insensitive social media post, according to the department. The post by Dan said, "Happy Alive Day to Darren Wilson." Wilson was the Ferguson police officer who shot and killed 18-year-old Michael Brown on August 9th, 2014. Yikes, dude. Yeah. Yikes, right? Ooh.
And he wait. On a live day? Like, is it
No,
birthday?
happy Alive Day to the officer who's...
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
it was
fucked.
it was the anniversary of it too. It's August 11th today. August 9th would have been Friday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's not great at all, dude. Doggy, yeah.
I mean, he's now joined the millions who have decided to do that, you know. It's
But no, let's get anyways, but the St. Louis news is not really necessarily comedy news, guys. I'm going to remember that. Nelly got arrested on Friday. You know what? Was that Friday?
No, it was Wednesday.
Okay, Nelly got arrested on Wednesday, August 7th. Let's see. Nelly news. Nelly is arrested and accused of having illegal drugs. His lawyer says the case will die. He was, you know where he was arrested, Ty?
Where?
Someplace you've been in St. Louis.
Oh, the pageant?
No? You get 3 guesses.
Busch Gardens, Six Flags, casino.
Casino, Hollywood Casino in Maryland Heights near St. Louis at 4:45 a.m. on Wednesday when he was stopped for ID verification. He was subsequently arrested for a previous warrant he had under his name for failure to obtain car insurance. And that's the most bullshit one, you know? Upon searching Nelly's car, Missouri State Highway officers also discovered ecstasy, leading them to charge the entertainer for drug possession.
All right, okay. See, here's the lawyer is smart because it's 4:34 in the morning at Hollywood Casino. If you don't have drugs, you're a cop. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's yeah, of course.
They were like, we got him in here. Let's go see if we can get him on more stuff. That's the fucked up part of it. And
Also, he's Nelly. The motherfucker doesn't really need insurance. He'll just pay for it, you know?
maybe. Maybe. I love
Wild
Nelly.
to think that we could have been there at the same time as Nelly, theoretically, though.
I hope we're never there at 4:30 in the morning.
Yes.
I hope to God we're never
I
there
agree.
at 4:30 in the morning. But I would never. But Nelly, this is for all our listeners. Hey, if you have a warrant, don't go to the casino. You know, that's the what we learned. Okay, because they'll come get you apparently. Thanks, Nelly. Took one for the team on that, so we all know.
Only if you win
Well-
big, though.
Only if,
Yeah, that was the problem.
People forget.
no, straight up, he won a bunch of money.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God!
You won
I'd
a
be
bunch
so
of money, and when you win a
pissed.
bunch of money, they'd run a background, and that's how they got the warrant, from what I understood of the article I read.
We'd rather call the cops and get you out of here than pay you out. Oh my
St.
God.
Louis.
Dude, fuck that. Now I hate Hollywood Casino. That's bullshit.
I was just gonna bring up, these are the casinos we're talking about. They invented facial recognition like software. They collect more information about people than the fucking CIA. They invented shit the CIA uses. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Right.
the casinos.
All right, guys. So I've decided Savage of the Week. You said it's my week. It's got to go to Nelly. It's got to go to Nelly. Savage of the one. Because, first of all, grew up on his music, right? That's the first thing, okay? I mean, he's got such great hits as Hot in Here, you know? A little bit. Ride with Me, you know what I'm saying? You know, ride with me. I'm not...
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Grills, Air Force Ones, bro. But Pimp Juice, how can we forget Pimp Juice? You know what I'm saying? Country Grammar at every wedding, you know what I'm saying? But okay, so and then I mean, he's done a lot for St. Louis, his local community, all that shit. And now he's really taking one for the team. Let us know if we win big at the casino with a warrant, you're fucked. Okay, first
Now
of
he's
all, they
gotta
will
fight
call
that.
the cops on you instead of paying you.
Now he's fighting car insurance beef. You know, it's...
The other thing I heard was that they run them inconsistently. Like, that's the other reason his lawyer's like, this holds no weight. Because, like, he had won big there a couple times in the not too distant past, and they didn't run the background on him. It was only this time.
Yo, hey, I'm praying for a speedy recovery.
He's the Missouri man that, like, we all choose to represent us in our hearts.
For the Kansas City people, it's Tech 9. For us STL people, it's Nelly.
It's
man.
Nelly.
We bleed for Nelly, bro. So Savage of the Week, shout out Nelly. Mad love and respect.
You know, he claims us, so we claim him.
Big time.
Now, I guess you did answer the question of which city is harder. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man, because I think St. Louis is.
I mean, you guys got Nelly, and you just said Kansas City has Tech 9. You ain't got nothing, bitch.
What do you mean?
Kansas City goes harder.
You saying Tech Nine's better than Nelly?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nelly
yeah,
would beat his
down.
ass, dude. He hung out with Saint Lunatics, bro. What are you motherfucking talking about, dude?
Oh, I thought we were going off of music. If you want to talk about gangbanging, I'm a white boy. I don't got shit.
Yeah, Nelly.
I don't
Nelly'd fuck him up any day of the week, bro. My dad would fuck your dad up so bad. You remember that shit? Did you ever get in one of those fights? I did with the rich kids all the time. All the time, man. My dad would. Your dad's never touched a tool in his fucking life, bro.
Yeah, pretty much. But also, like when I had those fights, we were in elementary school, right? So it was
I
one
did
of those.
this at Aldi's yesterday.
Everybody.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, for sure. Like second grade earlier. Yeah.
It's those fights. They dissolve because we're all dumb second graders. Be like, your dad doesn't know how to use tools. My dad knows how to use tools, and it's like, bro, everybody's dad's a mechanic. Like, you know, it's all you got is that your dad stuck around. It didn't go off for a pack of smokes.
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out. My dad did both. Mad love and respect. But again, Savage of the Week, Nelly, you know, one and only top Saint Lunatic. Let's do this shit. And that's a podcast, dude. We got anything else we need to talk about?
No. I think this is it.
I think we did it. I think we did a good job. I'm trying to think if there's anything I need to tell you. I bought a drum set for my homie who's trying to play drums. I'm not saying he's a replacement on the drummer for Forgiving Tree or that we're doing anything like that, but it is cool to get to jam with my homie. And, yeah, so.
It's nice. Pay it forward. Now he has to buy some other kid a drum set.
That's
Keep
what
the
I'm
drums
saying.
going.
Or he's got to get me a guitar. One of the two. I like the second option.
Fair enough.
You know, but what have the children ever done for me? You know what I'm saying? No, Santa, if you're listening, I'm sorry, and I still believe in you. Jesus, I think we've talked about that before, and this is so not Christmas time. We're not talking about Santa today. I almost went down a Santa rabbit hole with you, but I personally know that currently he's conquering a whole army of new elves so that he'll put them, enslave them, and put them to work so that he can meet the quotas on time.
That man should be arrested immediately.
No, that's Santa, dude. We need him. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's who takes care of the children, not Uncle Chris. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, bought Dan a drum set. Dan needs to get Chris a guitar. That's what's good. So, man, love and respect. Danta. You got anything else going on? I'm glad you survived the light drizzle. Good job.
Yeah, it was nothing. I mean, it's just it's all good, you know, doing the thing.
Well, I want to say this to you too, that if you, as you're making comedian friends down there, if you want to bring any of them on the podcast, more than happy to have some guests on from your end too and promote the Florida comedy scene.
Yeah. It's just a hard convincing them. Be like, hey guys, you want to come back to my hotel room?
Right. No, you got to be actually friends with them to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, if that happens, do that. And that's why we only ever really have one or two guests over here, because Chris sucks and doesn't have a shit ton of friends right this second. So, God bless Ryan Schweitzer when he does, because that dude is pretty funny. It is a blast to have him around. So,
Yeah.
Rock on, dude. Shout out Trevor Harrison for leaving a comment last week. You could get a shout out too if you leave a comment. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, leave a comment, tell your friends, and gang, we'll be back with you next week, okay? So without further ado, you guys have a great rest of your week, okay? Man, love, and respect. Be safe.